What do you see as the constraints operating on Donald Trump right now? Obviously, the House has not been willing to do that by any stretch. Neither has the Republican Senate. You guys have a minority that, in this instance, in terms of a shutdown, gives you some power, but they're suggesting that they may not follow whatever deal you strike.
So the courts have been a very important constraint on this lawless president. As you say, primarily the federal district courts, some of the circuit courts, every once in a while the Supreme Court. In the case of, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who was the Maryland guy who was disappeared off the streets of Maryland and sent to El Salvador, the Supreme Court ruled 9-0 that was a clear violation of his due process, and they had to facilitate his return. But the biggest, I think, long-term constraint are really people across the country, communities. And in a couple ways. I mean, number one, we see communities of neighbors trying to protect their neighbors against some of these ICE raids where, the president said he was going to go after the worst of the worst. If you look at all the data, they're going after people primarily who have posed zero public threat. So that's that. Then you have the elections. And of course, preceding the elections we just had, you had No King's Day, 7 million Americans coming out. That momentum and the election result here just a few days ago, those help empower more and more people. And they will send some warning signs up to Republican members of the House or the Senate. As I say, it's a constant battle in their minds. Are they more afraid of a Donald Trump tweet against them? Or are they going to be more afraid of the rising unhappiness of their constituents as their constituents' prices go through the roof, as they lose their tax credits for health insurance? I think that balance hopefully will change. We just don't know when.